Pensieri in libertà, ovvero cose che mi vengono in mente quando meno te l'aspetti. E me l'aspetto. Illineari come la mia agenda, il traffico di Bali e certe conversazioni alle 3 di notte, in giro per il mondo, come Ulisse. È un flusso di coscienza alla James Joyce, ma con più cappuccini e meno punteggiatura. Un giorno sono Trinity, che sceglie la pillola rossa, l'altro Alice, che ha sbagliato Tana. I temi? Sparsi come coriandoli, ma c'è un filo rosso che va zigzag, illineare e porta diritto all'autenticità di chi siamo, senza filtro. Welcome to another episode of Illinear Talks. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Illinear Talks. So today with Tony Caruso and Valentino Caporizzi.
Hi.
Hi.
Less enthusiasm.
Hi. Let me do a little show, a little dance.
Yeah. So this episode is going to be in English, despite my English recently is not that good. And so probably we're going to mix with Italian, but that's who we are. So I don't have a title yet for this episode, but we will figure out what it is.
It's called Canceled.
It's canceled. But I think, okay, of course now it's going to have it because they're watching it. So we wanted to figure it out together. But basically, it's about female and male energies and relationship dynamic in modern times.
Okay.
So you invited two experts.
Two experts,
No.
exactly. Two experts. So a little premise on this, I will use some example of my personal story. Again, not because I want to be the center of attention, which I really like, but because I want to be very open and honest, and because I found myself in a situation where many women and men are today, maybe they have all great characteristics and they cannot find someone that's right for them in that moment. Not necessarily someone to marry, but someone to share a part of the path. You're already judging me.
I'm not judging because I figured let's shoot out for marriage, shoot out for long term. If you want to, let's go for a life partner. I'm a husband or a wife.
I mean, because short term is you don't need a podcast for that.
Okay. You
Also,
already understood.
Friendship is relationship, so.
It is, but it's without kissy. That's different.
Yes, without
That's
kissy
true.
kissy.
It is.
Yes.
That's the thing that's different. That's the thing that's unique between a romantic relationship. It's the kissy. Like with you and you have a wife, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Like your relationship is exclusive with her.
Sure.
Just on that level. Like
Okay.
you can get emotional support from me, you can go out with me, but you can't kiss me. So it's only it's primary a sexual relationship. So like work is primary a money relationship.
Okay, so let's show it out for the long term. Now, let's start with
We'll get into it.
what's my problem?
I can tell you.
Okay. So, no, what's my meaning? So today, I'm an emancipated woman, okay, compared to others. This is not just a matter of fact. So I am economic independent. I have my work. I don't need a man. I mean, I want to have somebody to share that part with, but I don't need him. I mean, I can go to the restaurant myself alone, and I feel totally comfortable doing that. Sometimes I see the discomfort in other people looking at me that maybe I'm alone having dinner at Hilton Como and journaling. Okay, I know you hate journaling, but by the way. So how this role of women emancipation is playing in the dynamic between men and women today.
No, but that's Tony is an expert. I'm just
I'm not an expert.
an amateur about relationship. But the few days ago, I saw an Instagram reel where I actually learned everything in my life. It says that you need to find someone that doesn't make you regret of being alone.
Okay.
That's a fair statement, but then I thought, but we are all alone in our life, so it's really a matter of choice. So why you want someone next to you? This should be a proper reason to have someone next to you. So if you have that reason, then you will find someone. Otherwise, if you're looking for someone without a proper reason, you will end up with the wrong person.
So you need to have clarity. Okay.
Like long-term relationship, not Bernie Max.
When I had to go to the Burning Man, Tony told me not to. Literally 48 hours before taking off, he said no, because you're gonna do cavolate, which
Well,
is
because
like,
she said to me, Tony, I'm looking for a husband.
no, but this is
don't-
not the reason why I go to the Burning
No, well, you're not gonna find a husband there.
No, but no. I said another thing. I said.
Okay, tell me. Let's go. Let's start out with that.
We have a reel about it, so everything is recorded. So, I said I want to go to the Burning Man for a series of reasons, and it's a place where for sure I'm gonna meet interesting people. Maybe I'm gonna meet my husband at the Burning Man. And you said no. Today you meet your husband at the church. At the church.
That was just an example, not like the
Okay.
church, like places where you want to eventually your husband to be.
Okay, so give an advice to me and other girls. Like, where do you have to go?
I think she met an husband there, but someone else.
Not
I met a husband. Just he was someone else's husband.
Well, I'm not jealous.
Well, you asked me, why are you and some of your friends single?
Yeah.
Now this is a good question. So it's emancipation. Now,
I don't know. You tell me.
well, let me ask you a question. If you're looking for a long-term relationship, right?
I am.
Would you like to find a man at your level and even better, or you want to find someone below you because you're so emancipated and you know developed and risen in the world?
Definitely at my level, at least.
Or above. Okay, that in evolutionary biology is called hypergamy. Hypergamy is when you want to choose a long-term relationship, like most of your girlfriends, like most they want to choose someone at that level or higher. So this is going to be tough to say. So your success and your emancipation is one of the problems. Why? Reason being, if you want someone at your level or higher, and you are attractive, you have a job, you have a business, you make more money than most people, if you're in the top 10%, who are you going to end up with? Who are you not going to end up with? The lower 90%. So if I get 100 men here and you're in the top 10%, there's only 10 men that you would consider. That's it. So it's numbers. That's why like they've done studies like from 1970 to now, since the emancipation to now, the number of partners that men are having sex has reduced.
Okay.
The number of women with their partners or their amount of sex is the same. Now how could that be? If men are having less sex and women having the same sex. It's only one way. They're having sex with the same people, the same men. Because all women want people, because you've risen up so much. Like from below 35 years old, 33 in America, if you're not married, no children, you make more money than men. More women graduate from colleges now.
Okay.
So because of that, if that is true in the room, it's like evolution biology you can't change, but the evolution of culture has changed. So and they're not lining up, so there's a problem. The problem is that there's not enough men to go around, because if more women have risen up their game, you have less to choose from that you would want to be with.
Okay. So it's a matter of numbers, and maybe
It's a matter of numbers.
Maybe in the 10 men, the 10%, partly are already married.
Married, gay, don't
Okay.
like you.
Who doesn't like me? It's totally. I cannot even think about it. Okay. So it's about numbers. So
Well, numbers, yeah.
Okay.
And also,
interesting.
the things that you think are important to, I think, gentlemen, using that term loosely,
Wisely.
There's nothing wise in this book. No, I'm kidding.
what did I say?
The things that I
Yeah,
consider important.
Yes,
yeah.
because how about this?
Let's say you want to go out with Valentino.
He's a happily married man, and you want to go, what qualities would you say to him that you have that you think he likes?
Okay. That's a tough question.
Well, I can tell you what you said to me last time. The very first thing you said was, I'm independent. You know what that means to me? You're an adult.
Okay.
If you're 18 years old, you're on your own, and you're not independent, what does that say? I mean, everyone's independent. And a guy, that's like basic.
Well, today in Italy, not many women, unfortunately, are independent, economically independent.
Oh, everyone is. They all have
And
jobs.
also, but also like I'm independent on an emotional perspective. Like I think many relationships, well, this works both sides, but I tend to see it more often in women. Actually, we have a Ferrari outside here. Yeah, it's my
That's
husband.
Valentino.
It's my husband.
Future
My
husband. Your future
yeah.
ex-husband.
No, my future husband wouldn't own a Ferrari. Would own like a more McLaren or something different. Anyway. So many women tend to be dependent, like emotional dependent from men. because they don't think they can do it alone. I see women that literally cannot go to do the gasoline alone or do the shopping alone. In the US, I know it's different, but in Italy, it's like this. So yeah, I'm independent, I would say, but you think it's pointless. So
Well, it's not pointless. It's basic. Every adult should be independent. It's like saying I brush my teeth. Everyone has to be independent.
Okay.
Everyone should be independent. So and boy, like if you're not, you're an adult. So what's the second thing you saw?
I didn't remember because it was pre-Burning Man when we went
Yeah.
to see each other, and then
And then we'll ask Valentino what is he like and
yeah.
like why he chose his wife.
Okay. No, I think that the other thing is that I'm a supportive person to the relationship. So I never go into competition. So if I see you want to chase a dream, I will, make you live with love and support to achieve your goal. I don't expect you, like, for example, I don't expect you to show up to Sunday lunches with my family, okay? So if you want to dedicate all your weekends to a project or something, okay, I'm good. When instead, I think most couples have roles they want to respect. Of course, if you're not spending any time with me, it's pointless. But I'm not the one that, has to respect some occasions, some, society roles, okay?
By the way, your family is great. You should go to our house. Miss Monti.
My mother.
Yeah, well, she's a
Yeah.
she's great.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
there is a really strange way to look at relationship. From one side, we're talking about numbers, expectations. It's very rational. I love it. I love the way you explain the situation of relationship and sex, etc. But there is something that is unexplainable. This chemistry, or the things that when you meet someone that discover something of yourself that you didn't know. That's something that really excited me. When you meet someone and out of the blue you discover something of yourself that you didn't know.
The intangible.
Yeah, and that's something that is unpredictable because you don't know. I mean, their status or whatever expectation, the level of confidence or independency, but that's very. We are living in an era where relationship and all those data are available to everyone, are oversimplified on Instagram or TikTok, the three things that you need to understand about your relation, blah blah blah. And also we are living in an area where relationships are like catalogs, e-commerce. So Tinder, Grindr, whatever, dating app, it's just like a catalog.
Did you find a lot of good use on Grindr?
So no, never used dating app. At least maybe 10 years ago I did for a month. But it's like a catalog. You're choosing someone, and you're choosing the next one, and you have the feeling that there is someone better than that.
That's it. The optionality of these dating apps and all this stuff. There's always an option. Like
There is someone else. Maybe there is someone
Yes.
else better.
Yes.
So let's go ahead. And you are doing like a selection. It's like an HR job. Where you're doing interviews. Okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
Red flags, green flags, whatever. And then just live your life. Start talking with someone. Maybe it's your friend. Maybe it's your. It's not a matter of how you wrote your bio or you retouch your pictures on.
I think the problem of dating apps, which
I'm against all of them.
Yeah.
Because you don't get the intangible, the smelling the person, and then it's just not a organic way to meet people. And most people are there. They're there for short term.
well, this is, I mean, absolutely most of them, not all of them.
Are you on those apps?
I was. I used Bumble, Hinge, and Inch, and Tinder.
Okay.
Tinder just like 2 weeks and then I disconnected. So I actually met a guy that wasn't for the short term. He definitely was for the long term with me, absolutely. And we had a lot of things in common, saying that the app was right because we have the same values about family, spirituality. We had a very good, sexual connection as well, pretty unique one. But then he had some traumas he didn't want to heal. And so I had to give up on my job and my freedom, the relationships that I've always been building to reassure him. So that's why it finished. I think that now I'm no more on dating apps, despite I'm single.
Good.
Good, yes. I think my profile might be active because
You
maybe
should not be. Take that off.
No, I have to, but maybe somebody's like, she's lying because it matches me. So probably I have some, I really need to do that. It's something that I postpone and postpone and postpone, but I don't enter in that. I think the problem that's there, I mean, I want to say just one thing about dating apps. Being on dating apps has helped me, meaning that I had to go through that to destroy a bias that was that I cannot be attractive to younger people than me because I've always dated old men with past story because
I have a comment on that.
you will in a moment. So since I dated like very young people, like 5, 7, sometimes 9 years younger than me, it helped me to say, okay, it's not a matter of age, okay? Not necessarily have to go with a younger person, but it's not a matter of age. Now, I think the problem, also another problem, is what you said before. It's not an organic connection, and the discovery of that person is biased because people play a role even in chat. So you're not even aware that you are chatting with his or her true personality. Plus, some of them put their Instagram profile, and you go and you search for it, and you draw your own interpretation of his profile that has nothing to deal with reality. So when you come to a first date, you already have like a catalog of projection of the identity of that person, and none of them can be real. But you have, so you act accordingly and you mess up. So maybe, and this was the problem with the guy, that because I thought he was I thought he was very self-aware. He had self-confidence to stay with a woman like me. That's what he was saying at the beginning. Because I said, what are you going to do with that girl that is 9 years older than you? And he said, because I want to do things. I cannot do that with the young girls. Okay, but at the end of the day, it was the opposite. And he proved to be in the time. And it was very painful because I only recently figured out why this relationship has to finish. And because, of course, I did other experiences, not necessarily with men. But for example, right yesterday, I was on Instagram and I saw a story of him with a girl. They were running a marathon and he didn't punch me because I was over it.
Why are you following him?
Huh?
Why are you following him?
Yeah, well, I don't
Take
know.
that off.
Okay, I have to take it off.
That's done. In the 80s, if you broke up with someone, they were gone. You never
Okay,
see
I have to,
when you
let me
wanted to
let me do that.
cancel
right
all those things.
now. I will do that now. Okay.
There's
No.
another thing about meeting those people on a catalog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That I'm oversimplifying, of course, but there is always an expectation.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about moving out the spontaneous part, but maybe maybe sometimes you need someone without expectations.
See?
So that's probably easier when you have expectations. So you're going there, and it's like an interview. It's like, can I have sex with him just because I have nothing to do tonight, and I have sex because I'm here. I'm already here.
See, I'm already here. I have to.
Yeah, or whatever. I'm just analyzing him in that short time. But that's really different from knowing. I don't know. Maybe today I met Tony and
Soulmate.
and maybe not, but without expectation. I don't have
See.
expectations.
I mean, your genuine part comes alive because you don't feel like judged or you have to pass some time of tests.
It's like in a job interview. You want to show your best self.
Of course.
And then you are a piece of shit
Yeah.
during your daily life. So that's a really I don't know how much is the failure rate of interviews for jobs.
I don't know.
But
failure rate of marriage is 56%.
What?
Failure rate of heterosexual marriage is 56%.
56%.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Lesbian 76, and gay 25.
Wow. Interesting.
Yes.
You prepared. You had a comment on younger
Well,
male.
I think women should discern between different types of attention.
Interesting.
Okay, and that's not subtle, but it should be obvious. You should discern between sexual attention and commitment, because most men would sleep with a pretty girl, even an ugly girl. They're all tens. So I think sometimes when a woman has relationships maybe with someone young, or someone who's, let's say, of high status or very, very, let's just say this, like a girl who's pretty, or even, whatever, average, can probably have a sexual relationship, get sexual attention from someone way above her.
Okay.
What happens is then she thinks, well, that's the people I want to commit to me. You can't confuse the people who will have sexual attention and people who commit to you. So I always say to the girls, well, tell me the men who committed to you. That's the man you should be with. Because the people who have sex with will be anybody.
Okay.
Maestro di vita.
Maestro Shifu.
No, well, come on. You can't be confused by the two. It's different. I mean,
I made a map of all the person that I dated with my psychologist, of course, Ciao Sabri, and actually I saw two of them that really committed to me. One was, and this is very recent, huh? One was the first guy I really engaged with, and the other one was a person that I was so scared, that could be last forever, but not because I had anybody else, that I ran away. And then all my life was a mess. But I found a partner in these two. One I was 17, the other one was, I think, around 28, 27. And then none of them has ever shown up in my life until now, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. So that's an interesting question.
so that's why I think you should not give attention to someone who's not going to give you commitment. Unless, because you can get sex anytime. So you want sex plus commitment.
Yeah, I do.
Well, yeah. But
Yeah.
if you just go out with the sex part, then you're pretty much done there.
You know why I want commitment? Because I am a very energy person. So I do believe in the exchange of energy. And so I think that even if it's just for a short time and I'm not sure the person is going to be the man of my life, the commitment
Well,
part...
how short are you talking about? Are we talking about like an hour, or are we talking about 3 months?
No, it could be short, could be one night, 3 months. So, it could,
Well,
but I don't want to mix my energy. I mean, sex is an exchange of energy. So even though it's made for fun with a person that, I mean, has good intention and you don't know if it's going to be like for a month, for 3 months, or for your life, I don't want to mix my energy with somebody that has not the same intention as me. Meaning, we're getting to know each other because we find interesting, and we're going to sleep together because there might be something else. If it's the intention just to have fun for one night, I won't go. I did it a couple of times in my life. It was awful. I don't wanna do that anymore.
I think here also it's a matter of expectation. I think relationships are just a kind of journey that you do with someone for an amount of time. Could be 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you look at relationship like this, no relationship is endless, even with friends. Even with your parents, sometimes you don't have a good relationship with your parents or relatives or sister, brother, whatever. But if you look at relationships like this, you feel a little bit, I don't know, safer to share with someone the journey. Say, okay, we are just making a part of the journey together. We are helping together. We're having fun together, and that's it. The endless relationship. It's
No, it's a
statistically
mind.
speaking. a myth.
But the intention.
but
is
short term or long term, that's the difference. Because you say, oh, I'm really into energy. If you have if before you interact sexually with someone, you don't know more about them, you are mixing your energy with them, especially if it's short term. That's a mix. So that's why, just, you should go out with them. I'm not saying go out with them, you're not a monk or a nun. You go out with them a little bit, just to talk to them a little bit before that happens. So you can see, because you definitely are exchanging energy with them.
Okay. No, but of course you have to meet them and to spend also, like, I like messaging, but now I really like less message and more time in presence, even in the same, even in silence sometimes, because really, yeah, you're right.
Well, ask yourself the question, could I go out with this guy for 3 months? And if sex wasn't involved, would I still like being with him?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Like my present relationship, that's what I said to myself.
Okay.
Well, because if you ask yourself that question, well, for me, most women I'm not going to be with. I'm not going to spend my
Tony,
time.
we can just talk for a few minutes if you want.
Oh
No sex
my
involved
God.
at the beginning.
Now, since all this, let me ask, a couple of, so where do valuable encounters happen today? It's based on the person you are, or there are some places? I do my theory, and so you tell me if it's good or not.
Oh, it depends who you are, how old you are, if you're a girl or a boy, where you are in your life, that makes a difference.
Okay,
Because
so
if you're 13, it's in school.
No, of course. Like me, for example, I tend to, when I have to work, or yesterday it was Saturday, I was working, so I went to a hotel in Como, Hilton, and I was working there. And I tend also to go there and during the aperitivo time, just because I'm lazy on Saturday, so I work in the morning, then I train, then I go to the spa, and then I have my lunch at 4 p.m. And Hilton is the only place that can serve me a dish of pasta at 4 p.m. That's why I go there, and because they're all nice people. So I go there. Sometimes I have an aperitivo or a cappuccino with my paper notebook or a book, and I'm alone. And I think that there are some people coming and look at me and say, what is she doing? Like, she's not having an aperitivo with some friends. What an ugly life she must have.
Why would you think that?
No, because I have these people looking at me that way. Then
Wait.
You're thinking
Now,
about.
when they look at you that way, so like I don't know myself that 100%. You know opposite. You know
No,
well
I don't
enough
know.
someone else, but when they look at you, you know what they're thinking.
because maybe
You're
they start-
projecting.
no, because they're then chatting
me.
about like where to say. But anyway, I saw other people looking at me saying what I would say in the same situation. Okay, nice. Somebody's having fun. Is having. So I think that one day I might encounter somebody that is valuating that. Okay.
You know what I can tell you? They're not thinking about you.
Okay.
They're not thinking anything. They're not thinking, is she there by herself? They're thinking about their problems, their stuff.
Okay.
They're not thinking about you.
So it does not work. So where
Zero.
to
You know what they
value-
look? You know what they did? They look. They go, Carina, non Carina. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Tette grandi o tette piccole.
That's it.
No,
No,
that's not the
no, it's
method.
no, it's not that. It's not.
Okay.
Everyone is thinking about their own stuff. When I was younger, I used to think everyone was thinking about me. No one's thinking about me. That like, he's thinking about his stuff, his work, his stuff like that. They're not. No one's putting attention on you. You're putting attention on you.
I think there is another thinking trait on this, which is most of the time there are people thinking about how I am perceived by someone else. But
Yeah.
it's not for everyone. But someone is thinking how I'm perceived by, or is thinking something about me. But the truth is that they are thinking about their own stuff, so they don't care. So that's why it's easier to do your own stuff, your things that you feel grateful without thinking about, am I being judged by someone else? I don't care.
So where do live encounters happen? Actually, I think randomly. 'Cause I met-
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. And we'll talk modern, we'll talk old times. I would
Right.
say, like,
Let's do also courtship.
okay.
Courtship.
Well,
and,
the 18th
yeah.
century, if
Yeah.
you wanted a man's attention, how would you do it? You would take a handkerchief and you would drop it, right? And then I would come over and I'd pick it up and give it to you. And what does that give you? It gives you plausible deniability. So
Okay.
you got my attention, so I can come closer so you can take a look at me.
It's fascinating, Valentina.
No.
Amazing.
And then from there, we move to 2025,
Where?
where it's the same handkerchief.
È così, ma cosa faccio? Lancio una scatola?
No,
Adesso-
my God, I'll give you an example.
Like this. I'm gonna.
No.
put these
I'll
shoes
say something, and I hope my
Sorry,
my,
Nick.
my lovely partner, my woman, would not be upset.
Yeah, she's a
with
saint.
me. Okay.
What's her name? What's her name?
We're not going names yet.
Okay, no names, but you're a saint. I want you to know.
Well, she sent me a playlist of music,
Okay.
right? That I told her, literally told her, I said, that's the handkerchief. And she said, what? I said, that's the 18th century handkerchief. And she was like, no, I know you listen to nice music in the office and stuff like that, and I figured you'd like that. No, you didn't. How many people did you send a playlist to today? Or how many other people you sent it to? No one. You wanted plausible deniability, so then I would interact, and then from there something might happen. So that's how you have to do it. And that's how it happens in modern. So then after that,
You start dating. You start.
no, I don't. Well, in my opinion, I think, and she still tells me this day, no, that's not how it is. So I say, no, that's how it is, and I immediately went from there to asking her out on a drink for a date, for a drink, because that's what I think. Well, why not?
No, it's okay.
She was a little surprised by that, and I was just like, well, why should you be surprised? You're not saying.
At least she didn't send you a dick pic.
No. And if she would, we'd have a problem. Like, wow.
No, I'm
That's
glad
bigger
you're
than
saying
mine.
this because I tend to do this stuff in the CD era. So we were in a. I mean, I was living in a. We were living in an era also where you do the CD exchange. So
Yes,
you
of
had
course.
to where you have to choose which songs and then to put it in the CD and engrave it and put the cover, etc. sometimes I refrain from doing that because I think I'm like, I mean, there's a person I recently met randomly, totally
Perfect.
randomly.
I'll help you out with this guy. Tell me about the guy. We'll tell you what to do. We'll do it right here online, right live.
Well, what do I tell you?
Well, just tell me where you met him, what's the connection to him, how you connected to this guy.
He's gonna watch it. No,
Well, how are you connected to him? Via what?
No. We were at an event. We were introduced.
Perfect. Okay, so you introduced by someone common?
Yeah, we have some in common, and then.
You've exchanged numbers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What else do you need more?
No, nothing. But I would like to send him also some songs, like.
You should.
I did it because yesterday we were having a conversation because like on via WhatsApp, and I wanted to send a song, and I didn't because I felt I was stupid.
No, that's the handkerchief. That's the fazzoletto. Yes.
Fazzoletto.
100%. Like, how many other people did you want to send a song to?
Recently, just him.
No one. You know why? Because you like him.
See, I like
He'll
him.
get it. He'll get it.
Okay, no, I like him.
Just
Yes.
take it easy.
Yeah, just send him.
Take it easy.
No, because it was so unexpected. I mean, and he was the kind of person from what I saw. And recently, I am attracting this kind of people, thankfully, that has a grounded, strong male energy without the need of shrinking me. Because most of the time it's like this. And he didn't also put very much attention on what I do like in my life. Because when somebody asks me as the first question, what do you do for a living? I tend to be disengaged immediately.
That's one of the first questions I ask because I'm also interested in work. Because whatever you dedicate your whole life to, I'm interested. Like, why? Like, he said, I'm a comic. I started asking, like,
But he's
deep
not
questions.
a comic. He does it for free.
No, I understand, but why are you doing that now? The why?
But you're not just your job. You're more than that.
Oh, of course, you definitely are.
So, like, what do you for a living? I'm in communication. Okay, and then why are you here? What brought you here? What's the most interesting thing you learned last year? What is the greatest? And then, of course, it's important to know what job you're doing, because if I'm a moderator, I'm a Formula One speaker, and I have to travel the world, of course, that is going to impact.
But do you realize how difficult it is for a man to go and approach you? Like this is open ground, like in the military. This is open ground. There's all space here.
Riusciamo a prenderlo? Okay.
So, like, to go from here to there with no cover, you get shot. So guys, like me and him, when we go up to a girl, we're shitting in our pants. Like, no one is confident. I don't care who it is. Even with my girl, when she asks, "Well, you wanna? This is the want to go out?" I still don't realize. We have no idea. We have to go from here to actually kiss you, and get rejected. So if a guy comes out with, "What's your job?" You shouldn't care. You shouldn't care because he's just trying to engage. He's doing like his handkerchief. You're shooting him down. You know how difficult it is? Well, it's difficult. Like,
too rational. She's too rational.
it's so difficult. Like, for me, like the first time I kissed my girl, shitting in my pants. Because I was in a restaurant.
You kissed her in a restaurant.
Yeah, that was bold, but still.
But where? At dessert or in the middle?
No, well, that's the thing. Okay, so like we went out for a drink.
And it turns dinner.
No. The first went out for a drink. I just wanted to talk a little bit, and then I took her home. That's it, done. Then the second time we went out to a restaurant, and we're in the restaurant, and you don't want to go in. I don't want a woman to put me in friend zone.
See?
So you better get a kiss in, or you're going home, because she'll think, oh, what is he gay? What is he gonna like me? It's all about. So I'm sitting in the restaurant, and we're sitting knee to knee. We were sitting in an environment where it was chairs like this. And in my head, everyone thinks, oh, they're all just. I'm thinking, oh my God, what if she doesn't like my skinny legs? And I'm thinking, and if I lean in and she doesn't kiss me, I'm in the middle of the restaurant. I got to go the rest of the whole meal like this. Oh my God, this girl just rejected me. I'm going to sit there for another hour and a half.
Okay.
We're all doing it this intense, so it's not easy to go across there.
And then you decided to kiss her?
Well, I mean, you got to. If you don't do it, you're not gonna. You have to try, and you have to get an idea. I leaned in and I kissed her. Fine. But I can tell you another thing. If you're highly attracted to a guy, you don't give a shit what he says to you. Like, if you're not, how about this? Listen, you're not attracted to me, right?
Yeah.
And I come over and I'm like, oh, I walk over, I'm like, oh, how you doing? Can I buy you a drink? You'd be like, to your friends, that guy, you see how creepy he is? Don't you talk to me. But if you were crazy attracted to the guy and the guy came over and he was like,
nice.
you'd be like, oh my God, did you see how he asked me what I did for a living? Oh my God. Can you believe that? He's interested in my job.
I think you can still be creepy even if they like you.
if you're creepy, but if they really like you, either you're creepy or creepy, but if they really like you, they'll be okay no matter what you do. In a sense where if you're stumbling, you drop a glass of water, they don't care.
Okay, so the key word is handkerchief, right?
Yeah, the key word is
Fazzoletto. Fazzoletto. You drop the fazzoletto and then you have. Okay. I have one question for Valentino because you wrote a chapter of a book
Yeah.
that is called, it's in Italian, but Men That Think Too Much.
Yeah, that's the name of the book.
The author is
Luca Zambrelli.
Luca Zambrelli, and you wrote a chapter about how being like don't take yourself too much serious can help you, like
Self-defense, comic self-defense.
comic self-defense to fight the overthinking
Yep.
that we all have, but in men is different than women.
Yep.
Can you like articulate on that?
I think
Because we women overthink for sure. And in fact,
No, listen. Did you ever meet a woman overthought?
I didn't know that.
But
So
the
you're the
thing is
first
that
person.
After they dropped the title on LinkedIn, the first comment was, "Oh, because men, do the men overthink?"
Exactly.
And the answer is yes, of course. So we have to cut off this bias as well. So what is this about? Can you tell us the difference and how maybe it impacts the difference in, the relationships between men and women?
In a certain way, everybody overthink or think less, whatever. The main difference is probably that especially men's like me from the south, they don't share.
They don't share.
They don't share with the friends what they are thinking, their doubts, their fears, because maybe there is still a kind of toxic, masculine way of thinking about men that you shouldn't be insecure or tired or not a leader. You should be someone with your straight ideas and do the things with self-confidence. Instead, men are overthinking too, but they just don't admit it. They don't want to be seen as weak.
And this can turn into a toxic masculinity model then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because if you don't share your thought, you don't open yourself to your friends or your partner, then you can not be able to
Build.
understand yourself, criticize yourself in a positive way, let's say. So that's the issue. The masculinity sometimes cover the overthinking, but we are thinking too. We cry a lot too.
I cry at MasterChef Junior.
I would love to. I like to see a man crying.
No, you don't.
No, yeah.
You want him to show his emotions related to an event, but you don't want to see him like cry about his problems.
No,
That would not work
no.
out well.
No, exactly. But what I mean is that when there's something that, I was a person that until a couple of years ago was not able to cry in front of some movies. Really, I couldn't feel it. Today is different. And when there's something that moves you and you let the emotion comes out, I love to see that in a man too, which is not like crying and complaining about his
Your problems, yeah.
Exactly.
But everyone has. There's not a person on the planet. We all have the same fears, the same desires, same goals. There's not a person on the planet that is not worried about all the things you're thinking of. We're all thinking the same exact things. It's all the same. There's no, I don't care how confident they are. Like we did the chapter he wrote, overthink. I overthink everything and everything. I'm thinking, with my girlfriend, I was thinking, do I go in on the right or do I go in on the left? I'm confused on, we're thinking everything. Everything.
And it doesn't seem from outside.
Yeah, but
No, it doesn't, but
I don't know. Sorry, but every female friends I talk with about weakness, etc. I say, oh, it's strange that man. I love men that share weakness. And then when you read statistics with Tony, you see the most sexiest thing for a man is self-confidence. So every woman is attracted by self-confidence, and then we have to open ourselves for our weakness.
But let me just articulate on that. I think that there are three words like being strong, being weak, and fragility.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that if you allow yourself to be fragile, which you are, and you let it go, this is not weakness. If you do it constantly, okay, but strength and vulnerability are the same size, the size of the same coin, as we say in Italy. Mm-hmm. And weakness is another story. I think that a man that is able to show a vulnerable part at the right time can be very strong. I can feel very grounded compared to the man that is always strong. I've dated men like that. Most of them were narcissists. So I was in a complete mess. Could have ended up very badly with one of them. So yeah, it's a subtle border, okay, with what you're saying. But I feel attracted to a man that is, very confident. But sometimes it's, if you don't show the vulnerable part, it's just a role.
Well, yeah, we're all vulnerable.
But this is for me, and sometimes I do this distinction because for many years I've dated people that were in certain roles. So I could even think to date someone different than a corporate C-level. Not even allowed. Not even.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, exactly. Shame on me.
Shame on you, but...
No. And then the last time I tried to date a CEO, it was ghosting me. Totally. And I was the leading CEO of one of the greatest company in Italy. But anyway, no, I've dated dentists. I've dated military people. Because, like I said, your work is important, but I don't care. I care more about who you are. And then, of course, in the long term.
Well, you don't want to... You're not going out with an unemployed guy.
Unemployed?
You're not going out with an unemployed guy.
No.
So you do care. You do care about that.
Of course.
And you do care if they're at your level or more.
Però.
So you got to watch. Listen, you know what the difference is? I'm not going to listen. I'm going to listen to what you say, but I'm going to listen. I'm going to watch how you respond. Mm-hmm. And how women respond sometimes is much different than how they say. So like you're saying, like, I want a man who cries and vulnerable.
No.
But that's the guy you leave.
That's not what I want. That's not what I want. But unemployed, Tony, it's like about long-term commitment. An employed guy that has nothing to do and doesn't want to do anything is for sure a person that is not going to commit in any aspect of his life.
No, but the reverse would be okay. Like, if the guy was not at your level, that'd still not be okay for you.
Sit.
If it was the reverse, it wouldn't make a difference.
For the man.
For the man.
That's the problem. Okay.
That's not a problem. We're different. Why should you?
No, that's my problem. No, that's my problem. Not
that is your problem
because
you're top.
Problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's your problem because you're at the top. And
most of men are scared of me. And when they're
not... That's silly. Well, you really think men are scared of you?
That's that's what everybody says. You scared men. If I was coronavirus.
Don't listen to them. For 500 years, we used to say the world was flat. And everyone used to say it was flat. It's flat. It's not flat.
It's not flat.
So if they say, I'm 100% sure.
Tu sei sicuro? Terra piattissima?
Well, moral, I'm 99.
No, maybe there is this myth of being scared of very confident women.
It's not.
No one, why would Valentino myself be scared of you?
You would not be scared of me, that's why you're my friend.
Why would Christian or Matteo be scared of you?
They are engaged. No, they're not scared. But no. Why I say this? Because I don't think it. But most of the people tell me that.
But that's not.
So it's true.
No.
Okay, cool. Finally.
Because we are looking at a relationship like product. What I know you since years. So I know your strength, your weakness, etc. So I'm not scared of you. But someone that saw just maybe your Instagram or the way you express yourself in an event. Of course you are taking out, self-confidence, whatever. But you need to know someone.
Yeah, of course. When I'm on stage, sometimes I'm on stage like Katy Perry. I do the best delivery ever. I did one of the greatest experiences in my life when I was working inside. I literally had a panic attack 5 minutes before because my ex, again, was complaining to me with his ex-wife and all the kids and everything. So there's a totally different side of me and of vulnerability. And every man... Because it affects everybody, like women and men should know it. Okay, so I don't scare men.
Well, you don't scare men. And another thing, also the men that you want to be with are definitely not scared of you.
No, esatto, exactly.
They're definitely not scared.
No. Instead, it should be, let's say I tend to have the control. I'm very control freak. It's going to be a person that sometimes I'm willing to surrender my control.
Well, how could you expect someone to be at your level or higher, to be more masculine than you, more this, and then you say, I want to be in control?
No, I don't want to be in control, in fact. But until now, I haven't found a person to surrender my control. In fact, I've always played, and I get full responsibility. I've been playing the role of the husband in my recent relationships. So I was the husband. Even my astrologist told me. So,
who?
Yeah, my astrologist.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
we
a.
all have an astrologist, don't you? Numerologist. So,
No.
I'm gonna get highs.
so what's the advice you would give to a person like me or in general today to live authentic relationships?
Do you want long term or short term?
Long term.
Okay, real long.
Because you know why? Because as we will forget, because when we talk outside the recordings, then we forget. There's a recent study issued by Harvard, I think one of the longest study
20
that has
years.
ever 20 years.
Different generations too.
More than 20, I
Yeah.
thought, like 30 or 40 anyway, that says that the factors that have an impact on our longevity.
Yeah.
The number one factor is the quality of your relationships. So, long-term relationships.
You know which is the second one that affect your longevity?
Uh-huh.
Your
Yeah.
ikigai.
Your ikigai, which we're called is the intersection of what you're good at, what the people of the world needs,
And your values.
and your values, and you're paid for doing that. Okay.
Japanese ikigai.
Japanese.
So, and they have a longevity too. So relationship and ikigai are.
Absolutely. Okay, let's give some advice and then.
Well, advice I would say that
So delete dating app.
absolutely 100% never going in and get your freaking go through your Instagram and get rid of your exes that you got to see their stories. What the hell? Why are you even following that person? Ooh, that's absurd.
I
Can
saw
we
it
say
yesterday.
hello to the ex-boyfriend of?
Oh no, don't say hello.
Doesn't
That's
speak
it.
English.
No hello.
No.
It's,
It doesn't
it was
speak
nice.
English, by the way.
It began. It ended. Goodbye.
Yeah, it doesn't speak English, which was a problem, by the way. Anyway. No, sì.
You
Ciao,
can teach him
salutiamo in
English.
italiano.
No, ma perché? Because I sometimes, I express myself in two languages. I'm fluent in both. Sometimes people think that I do it because, I want to give myself a tone. No, it's not. It's because my brain at certain point starts thinking in English and it didn't speak English. So it was really a problem because sometimes, especially when I'm surprised, I'm saying, oh my God, that's incredible. Or when I get angry, my mother starts speaking the dialect of my father. So to be sure he understands the dialect of South Italy. And I just speak English. So it was a problem. Okay, now I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it not now because I want to make a mess during the recording, but I'm gonna do it right now because I think it's good. I mean, I put myself into the
Clean it
into the
up.
frame. Yeah.
The past is fine. And then
Okay.
also realize, well, what? Being that you are very successful, all these things, that the type of men you want to go out are going to be a small amount. So you think you should go out with a guy who's the probabilities 39, if you happen to be somewhere around that. Jeez, I just fucked up. Let's say like 29 or whatever age you are.
I'm 39.
Okay. Do you think the man should be older than you or younger than you? Just the probabilities that we have here.
I think it could be like 2-3 years younger, 2-3 years older. No
Okay,
more.
now let me ask you a question. The guy who's 2 years younger than you, who's that, really kick-ass guy who's got everything going, do you think he's going to want to have sexual attention with you or commitment attention with you? I'm just keeping it real. Or would he want to be with you 10 years younger?
If it is too young, yes. If it's too young, yes.
No, well, is he, the guy who's, say, 3 years younger than you,
Yeah.
is he, being that he has lots of options,
Sin.
all right? Because you are a top guy.
So you say, okay, yes, for sure.
That's it.
So yeah, in 3 years for sure is gonna say I'm gonna go for a younger
Well,
one.
not in 3 years. Why would he not already go for the younger girl? Like, that's what you're shooting for the wrong category. You're shooting for at 3 years younger, who's a top guy, who has lots of options, if he has the option between you now or you 10 years younger, what is he going to choose? That's a hard one, but what is he going to choose?
Yeah, 10 younger.
Correct. So that's why you shouldn't go there, because those guys, they might find the exception. Well, you feel that she's breathing with accessory
Yeah, I
muscles
know,
there.
but it's
You might get the exception. You're like, yeah, I want the exception, but no, you should go with the highest probability. It was a guy who's older, who my girl's 10 years younger than me. Right? Every time I look at her, she's young, and she'll be young with me till I drop dead. So just that difference there always makes her younger to me. And a guy who's older than you, who did a lot of that crazy stuff like that, he'll be more ready to commit to you, to have a long-term relationship
than someone. It's just probabilities. And the older and the more successful you become, the pool gets smaller. No one likes hearing that, but it's just numbers. On Tinder and all these social media apps, men say yes 80% of the time. 80 out of 100. You know what women say yes to?
30%.
No, 5 out of 100, and they'll only consider the top 20%.
I was saying that 30%. Yeah, okay.
The top 20%. I bet men walk past you don't even notice.
Okay. So delete dating apps, and so I would have to choose like slightly older than me.
No, go with older than you.
Go way older.
Yeah, not old. Like I would say at least.
Emma,
I have another advice.
sì, no,
Yeah,
ma
okay.
infatti, now. Cioè, Tanya, at a certain point, not too old.
I have another advice.
Cioè, I don't want to do the nurse.
No.
I'm not saying the nurse. I'm 55.
Sì, ma you're an
nursing.
exception. You're an
I
exception.
know, I just want.
Vai, Vale.
So my first advice is don't listen to your astrologist.
First.
That's the first one.
Ciao.
Sorry, ciao.
Tonya.
Sorry, but
He's throwing truth bombs.
the second one is don't expect to find someone where you expect to find it.
That's a good advice.
So don't expect there. And
Okay.
I go to the church because I want to find a religion person. Most of the people I met
At the
the
church.
were not religious. So don't expect to find someone where you think they are. And just don't give a fuck. I mean, who cares? You will find someone. Yes, you won't find someone. That's
It's
fine.
okay.
You're fine with yourself.
I'm fine with myself. Totally.
So you will attract someone who is fine with yourself. Himself.
Definitely.
And I hope for you, but just don't look for it.
Okay.
Don't have too many deal breakers. Like, don't like, oh, he's got to speak English with the proper accent. Think, what are the absolute deal breakers for you? And just those things, because then you could turn off lots of people. When I decide, okay, I just wanted, just 3 things out of a woman: loyalty, honesty, and exclusiveness. And everything, I don't care about anything else. We don't have to have the same hobbies, we don't have to have the same friends. She could have
Shall I go
tattoos.
for strings? Loyalty?
Loyalty,
Honesty.
honesty,
Okay.
and exclusive.
Okay, so
Loyalty, how I describe loyalty is, if my girlfriend was here, she would not feel comfortable how I interact with you. Or anyone else. So that's so high. Honesty is where I ask you a question, you're honest, and openness, if something happened that you thought I would know, you would tell me. And exclusive is, you get rid of all these goddamn ex-boyfriends, right? You stop interacting and you're focusing on the man, one person.
so those are the reasons why.
And I'll say this so everyone will be upset. Girls and boys can't be friends, really. We'll talk about that.
Whoa!
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let's do that one.
But I'm friend with Alicia. She's my sister.
No, pero aspetta.
Okay, now let's choose another topic so we don't do any. Let's do
Married.
different people.
No.
But okay, so you think yes.
Well, 2 of my best friends are male, and we know each other for
And do
20
they
years.
like women?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
I gotta make
we've
sure
been
because
like
because
friends since 20 years.
even that's great. I love this example. So you're friends with them 20 years. We should do this right on camera, but she won't. What I would do is I would pick one of them, the one who said absolutely would not. And I'd pick up my phone and I write a message. The message would be this. Let's say his name is Bob.
Bob.
Can we say his name?
No!
Okay, let's say Bob.
Absolutely not!
Okay, Bob.
But everybody know who they are, okay?
Okay, Bob.
I'm dropping a bomb.
No, Bob. No, you say it like this. Bob, you wouldn't know the crazy dream I had about me and you last night. Punto, punto. Have you ever thought about us? Wait for the answer. You're going to get an answer that you're not going to expect. And then after you just say, would you mind if I come over with a bottle of wine just between me and you? And by the way, you won't have a friend.
I think I'm not gonna try this.
You know why she's not going to try it? Because she don't. And this is the way, like, I know you for many years. Let's say we're paying attention. We could be friends. We're friends because of you put the person in the friend zone and they respect that. But most men are loyal as how many of their options have. And most men don't have a lot of options. So when a woman approaches them, they don't say no. How many men have said no to an advances of a girl?
Very few.
Very few. So how many, like if, let's say not you, how many of your friends, if you thought you really tried with them, guys, would they say yes? let's say these two guys here, they might not work off just the one SMS. Most men would. They'd fall like that. And if not, you would go out for a couple drinks. There'd be a couple of these, a couple of this, leaning in a little bit, let them show that it would be easily accessible. They probably would.
I don't know. I mean, I respect your point.
Well, if you respect it so much, you'll send one of those messages on one of those people. And
Okay,
we'll see.
and I will tell you.
And we can prove it. Because I've done this before, and guess what happens?
I will do with the non-married one, just for respect, because one is married.
Absolutely do, but the married guy would probably fall too. But just...
Maria Vergine. Okay, no, this is an interesting point. Actually, I don't think, but I'm open to try.
Well,
I'm
anyone's
open to
ever tried this?
But you know
that
why I
challenge
don't
failed.
try? But you know why I don't try? Not because I'm scared of the answer, is because for me it's so hard to fake. I mean, I'm very not in control of my emotion. I get pissed off very often, but the thing that it's most me is that I'm like this, no filter. So pretending to be something else and faking it.
It's a message.
But see, it's a message.
Well, how about
but-
this? Ask your next, call one of your girlfriends up and ask them about they have friends and say, listen, between you, like having,
Okay.
if you tried to seduce this man, would they accept? I don't know. Most people would say yes. People don't like
But
this
anyway, I don't want to seduce my best friends. I want to find my husband. So.
He could be your best friend. And he's just waiting. He's just waiting around you
Since
like
20
this
years.
Guarda-mi dalla camera.
for 20 years, for just waiting for that opportunity.
You think that's why it's not married?
The other guy, well,
He's waiting for
He's
you.
waiting for me.
what do you think? He wants to be your friend 100%? He wants to go out with like Valentino.
We don't see us very much with the last one. We see every now and then. It's just a matter of quality and not quantity. Now, I want the advice from Valentino
Yes.
and the quality that maybe you value in a relationship.
The quality that
The
I
qualities, like you said, honesty, loyalty, exclusiveness. And then I will say mine so I can manifest my man now. Come here in the Berto showroom.
So the list that Tony did is basically all the reason why relationship broke up. So,
That's why I chose those three.
so if you don't have one of those things, you basically exclusivity is an important topic, but I don't know if it's the topic because maybe exclusivity is, let's say,
Overestimated, overrated.
overvalued.
I think as opinion, I have best friends who go on vacation with their ex-wife and their present wife, and they're all cool with that.
Okay.
That's fine.
Si, si, si.
Or there
No,
are
that's
open
good. I mean, we want to
relationships.
bring
open
different.
relations, polygamy,
We're
something
not
like that,
trying to
polyamorous.
convince exactly. We're not trying to convince each other. We just have like different perspectives. I respect a lot. Sorry to interrupt. This guy that I met at the Burning Man, he's Italian, lives in Berkeley, and he explained me why he's polyamorous. I totally respect it. Probably because I don't know. I would never be able to do such a thing. But I respect his point, and he gave me a lot of information about the man I want. So like totally. Okay.
So the other thing is you need to be, I don't know, but you need to enjoy your time with your partner and to commit for the joy in some way. I mean, you need to invest time and effort in thinking about how we can enjoy time together. That's not easy, and it's not because sometimes you have a shitty day or shitty week or shitty year, but still you need to balance a little bit of dark side of your everyone's life with the ability to enjoy time with this
Yeah.
person.
I think what he said is the actually it's absolutely it's the thing. Like I have a little list that I share with my girlfriend. It's the stuff that we could do together that would be fun. Besides kissy kissy.
Okay, besides kiss. Okay. Now, for me, like it's a merge of your two. So for sure, honesty. Because for the thing that I said, maybe I explode like a volcano, but I don't want people pretending. Or like when I was cheated on multiple times, more than the physical contact that my ex had with the girl was the lies. So the fact that he said he was in a place and he was not, that was killing me. So honesty, in fact, building things together and having fun. I think you should date your husband or wife, even if you're married. So like, not to give things for granted. And
There is another thing.
Yeah.
You know a lot about yourself because you go to the psychotherapist, etc. you need to find someone that knows, come si dice,
Yes,
consapevolezza,
of course, self-awareness, yes. The third thing is that is my vision board. He needs to be committed to his personal, professional, and spiritual evolution, meaning that he's in a progress. Then if it's like more for courses and few psychotherapists, that's fine. So he has to use tools
You have a long list.
to evolve.
No,
Just three.
no. Every time you add something to your list, you reduce the amount of people
But
you
it's
see.
honesty, fun together, and time together,
And-
and committed to evolution.
employed.
Okay.
These three.
Okay.
But committed to
CEO.
Well,
And
yeah,
follow
it
CEO.
makes me laugh.
Va bene. How should
Makes
we
life-
end this? How should we end this episode?
I think. How about this? We'll talk about honesty.
Yeah.
How many people listen to the audience could take their phone and swap it with their wife
Partner.
and stuff like that, and have them go through it with no one feeling uncomfortable? I would say not a lot of people. And I think if you're exchanging fluids with someone and you're making children and stuff like that, that you should be able to do that because there's a difference between secrecy and privacy. How many people could do that?
I don't think many, but I love the difference between secrecy and privacy. In my past relationship, I mean, I did it. I had no like problem in dealing it, but it was a discomfort because I knew there was a bad intention in the people controlling my phone. Today, but I'm very honest. So I did it without discomfort. The discomfort is because it was always trying to find something. Today, I'm being very honest. Since my life has changed, so I don't know who's getting to the picture, and all the things that I underwent. Maybe I will not be able to do that.
You will not.
No.
Why not?
Because
Well, let me ask you this. If you're going to form a life with someone and a family and stuff like that, what could you possibly have in your phone that someone couldn't see? Yeah, answer that.
maybe things that a conversation that I had with people and things I did
Well,
in
that's
the past.
privacy.
Because I kept all my chats.
Oh, well, you shouldn't.
But see, bitch.
Well,
So maybe he says, I mean, he writes something.
you believe in energy, you said.
Yeah.
That's all energy.
I have to delete.
Well, all that is energy. That is energy. All those things are energy. Even
I like it. Maybe I can delete
well,
something.
all the things are
that-
energy. Even things, and this is my opinion, and you can go either way with it. Depends. But like, just like books have energy, Valentino has energy. All these texts, all these things have energy. Things in your house. Like for me, I like to keep it all clean.
See, me too in my house.
Well,
But
clean
you-
meaning like clean. I get rid of everything in the past.
See. With this, okay. With messages, it's like.
My
maybe-
passcode is my girlfriend's birthday.
Okay, nice.
Probably the problem is the smartphone itself.
I think you're right.
I mean, if our life and our relationship are based on the ability to exchange a smartphone, I mean, 20 years ago, this question was.
Was not even asked.
No.
Yes. There's a
Maybe-
movie on that, you know that?
No.
There's a movie you should
Yeah.
see, Perfetti Sconosciuti.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know that. I said, okay, yeah.
I think the problem is the smartphone itself. We should remove.
He's
smartphone.
100% right. Like, I don't always have my phone with me. Like when I go out to dinner with my
Recently, I'm
girl,
starting doing that.
I leave it down. Sometimes, like we went out to a restaurant, me and my girl, and the guy was like, "Oh, here's the QR code," and we went, "We don't have our phones." And he went, "What?" I said, "What do you mean? We don't have our phones. We left at home."
That's interesting. I would like to. This is my couple goals.
I mean, you can still cheat without smartphone.
No, you could cheat with
No,
all
of
phones. It's
course,
not a
of
matter
course.
of that. It's just a
But this is my
concept.
couple goals to be with a person that likes me, like me, wants to disconnect, and so be. Every time I go to the restaurant again alone, there are a lot of couples like this.
No.
So,
Yeah.
20 years ago, 30 years ago, I mean, you never ask a question like, would you exchange your personal journal?
See.
No.
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 Because you know that's privacy.
That's privacy.
Well, that's privacy. The journal.
But the smartphone is becoming the center of our life, and I'm very, very addicted to digital and smartphone or whatever
Because of your job.
because of my job. But that's really something strange. When you are looking at someone using the smartphone, you think, what she or he is doing.
Sending a message
Yeah.
to his mom. Good morning.
Yeah.
Let's hope. I hope all good things.
Okay, so let's close and say that so no more dating apps, despite
No more dating apps.
despite for me going through them has shown me a shitty version of people and has helped me break some
They were
boundaries.
shitty before dating apps came.
Absolutely, but they were shitty.
Before
and so-
dating apps happened, did you ever?
No, but it's the proof of the fact that I met shitty people as well.
Did you meet any before dating apps happened? Did you ever date any shitty men?
So,
Oh, okay, you didn't need dating apps.
exactly. And second is like leave authenticity with your partner. I think this is what matters. That you can be authentic with him or her.
And lower expectations.
Lower expectations.
Exactly. That don't. He's like, well, he's got to speak English and go to, and he, you know what? He doesn't do the Tony Robbins motivation session.
No,
I'm
not
just not for
necessarily.
him. He's
Not
just not for me.
Vabbè, okay.
I'm
Okay.
just teasing.
Okay, so thank you Valentino Caporizzi and Tony Caruso for this
Thank you. This was fun.
interesting.
It was nice to meet Valentino.
Yeah,
to meet you
they're
too.
gonna end it up together. You know why?
Not like together, like
Friends.
friends.
Friends, yes, but I'm a matchmaker, you know. I match people based on their same values. Okay, thank you very much for listening to this episode. Of course, I will be more than happy to read your comments and to, you know, get your contribution in the comments because it's very important. These are 3 different perspectives, but many others are also welcome and valued. Ciao!
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.